Welcome back to what Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is an M53, M55, the Tier 9 American SPG. This one's located on the south spawn of Prokhorovka, and it's under the command of Dr. Dip. Okay, we're underway. Well, he's got the 8-inch howitzer, which makes him an M55, and he's off to the railway line. Now, I know a lot of players actually like to go to the bushes next to the railway line. I always find them a bit obvious, and if the enemy does look, they should be able to find your tracer in amongst the bushes here. But over on the west side of the map, it's much more difficult for them to spot the tracer. But the good thing is that here you can play Hunt the Bush, or Spot the Bush. And well, Dr. Dip's knocked that tree down, which might give the enemy a clue as to where he is, but he's going to knock these ones down as well. And now it's a case of which bush is he under. And they can't tell which one it is because they're not going to see anything knocked down. They're going to have to look for the tracer each time. But it does tell them that he is in the vicinity because all the trees are flat and they will see that. Okay, he's just lining himself up behind the bush. Going to right to the rear one. In fact, he's going even further back. I think he's selling the enemy a dummy. He's knocking the trees down and making them think he's in those bushes when he's right at the back. Mind you, they might see the tracer. Now, we did see an Object 277 there. That Progetto just blew up. And, well, this is a Tier 10 game, and he's Tier 9 Arty, so he's going to earn a bit more XP for every Tier 10 tank that he hits. Well, that's a Tier 9 medium, the E50. Just lining up a shot, rounds out, and no report of damage. But he's changing position to avoid counter battery. Oh, and it looks like the Type 4 Heavy off near the village just got hit by enemy Arty because he's showing a bit of stun. Probably spotted by the E50 and the BR90 on the centre line. But that Martian is ripe for plucking, I'm afraid. Yep. The moment you see an obvious target like that, it's obviously got to be exploited. Lost sight of the Martian. Still got sight of the E50 up on top of the hill. And it looks like our fellow Arty player in the Object 261 has already had a go at him. Rounds out. Direct hit right into the face. Picks up 423, which is a nice little roll. It's a non-penetrating shot. The alpha damage on this Arty is 1050, penetrating 52mm of armour. So a frontal shot on an E50 probably not going to get through. But he has got an 11.1 metre burst radius, and he's also got a healthy load of premium rounds with a 12.2 metre burst radius, and that can be very useful when you get enemy tanks bunching together. And in fact, it now looks like another enemy tank's turned up. The E50 died, and the Leopard prototype's the next target. He's just trying to work out where it's gone. He fires a round in, but doesn't get any damage noted. But I don't think that will discourage him in the slightest. He's moved position. Turning back to look at the hill. He's hoping the E100 will find something for him. I just saw a tree go down in the background there, and that kind of indicates where one of the enemy tanks might be. Oh, cross in the middle of the field. We've got an EBR on the loose, but very low hit points. So hopefully somebody will do the necessary and put him out of our misery. We've lost sight of him. The M103 should spot him very shortly, I hope. If he doesn't, we might have trouble. I hope he's not coming this way. Yes, he is. Okay, stand by to repel borders. All close, but no cigar, I'm afraid, on this occasion. No moniker. Yes, all you children of the 60s will probably know what I mean about that, but I'm sure Miss Lewinsky enjoyed her cigar. Okay, EPR disappearing back into enemy territory. Well, there's a pair of Object 277s over on the west side of the map. And he is now loaded, and they're the only obvious targets out there. Looks like he's going to try for those, or maybe the EBR, but I think the 277s will make a much nicer target. Rounds out. Right on the money! 597 hit points from that one. And he's killed. So he picks up the stun assist on top, or did he? No, well, it appears he didn't. So the guy must have hit his first aid immediately. Okay, he's pulling out of the bushes. I always think it's a good idea every couple of games, every couple of shots to actually change position. You don't have to do it every time, but it really does help if you do change position. I find it's probably easier not to change position on the west side though, because if you do move about and disturb any of the foliage and knock any trees down, then enemies can work out where you are. And that EBR's back, but he doesn't last very long because the strip gets him this time. Now we're 2 tanks down on the enemy at the moment, so we didn't do very well. The Object 277s are still there on, or one of them is still there on the west side of the map. And I suspect that those tanks are moving south, but the T-55A's become spotted on the east side. He's on fire. Line him up. Rounds out, and well, it was near the spot where he was last seen. The Martian is fairly low on hit points. If we strike him, I doubt if you'll get a penetrating shot, but you'll probably take off most of his hit points, and that would probably make him a one shot for whoever fires at him next. An M53 TP was just taken out on the west side of the map, and that's a good kill. That's one of their tier 10 tanks down. There's the Martian. Line him up. Rounds out. And direct hit. Well, it seems like Dr. Dip is doing exactly what I would do, which is change every now and then, but not every shot, because it appears the enemy Arty is just not interested in counter battery at the moment. But of course, Dr. Dip could do that if he wanted to. He's having a look for that Martian. There's a GW E100 and a GW Tiger on the enemy team. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them was actually near the railway line. Just hoping the M103 is going to get us some spots on this Martian. There he is! Oh, it's a 50 TP! The tier 9 Polish, and oh, and he gets wiped out by the M103. So the only one that's guarding that area now is the Martian. The enemy's still got 3 heavy tanks though. They've got an AMX M451, Object 277 over on the west side, and of course that Martian. And so far we've not seen the AMX M451. It could be he's a bit of an inexperienced player, because we don't really have much information about him. Martian rounds out. This could be a kill. It is! Right on the money. Good shot. And that's the first kill for Dr. Dip. I was just looking at his hit points thinking, yeah, that's about reasonable. He could take that one out. And he did. Okay, we know there's 2 enemy mediums in that area, but they're staying well hidden to stop our guys coming down the hill. Any movement up to the tree line will probably get a sharp response. The standard beast moving up through the village. Now he might be able to get spots, and our fellow Arty's also aiming in the same area. So it's a good idea for Dr. Dip to do the same. He's having a bit of difficulty getting the aim down because the ground actually depresses at that specific point. Oh, there's one of them. Oh, it's a 263. Okay, Stalin's Sandal. Tier 9 tank destroyer. Lining him up. Just work out where he's going. That's it. Nicely in. Rounds out. It was on the money, but we just lost our E100 up on the hill. We now know where the Leopard is as well. He's gone down into the water. And the scores are even. So it's progressing steadily but fairly slowly now, because neither side wants to let the other one have an advantage. And that was a big advantage. The Object 261 just took out the Leopard prototype over in the water. So that's an excellent shot by our fellow Arty, who's now got his first kill. There's the 263. He realises he's in a bit of a problem here, because that standard B could actually come down and get close to the cap and outflank him. Lovely hit there. 353 tracked him. He's taking damage. It looks like the others realise that that guy's in a bit of a pickle. Our standard B's moved down from the hill. Well, he's actually not moved from the hill. He's moved up from the village. And we're just loading to get another round in. See if we can hit him again. More rounds going in. We just killed the T55A. In fact, it was the M103 got him. But now the Object 263. Oh, we got killed again! And this time it was the Object 261 again. So he's now got 2 kills, that guy. 2 very good kills. Difficult shots, because that guy was actually almost in defilade. He was almost in the cover of that overhang. So we're now looking for the enemy Arty amongst the enemy bushes. Standard B might spot him any second. If he gets a proximity spot, we need to get a shell in. There he is, GW Tiger. Rounds out. Direct hit, wipes him out. 2 kills now for Dr. Dip. Good shot. It means that the GWE went over to the west. The standard B's having a quick look up the hill, see if he can find anyone up there. But I think he'll find he's over on the west side now. The enemy's only got that AMX M451, which we haven't seen. The Object 277 we're looking at the moment, and the GWE 100. That's all they've got left. And we're waiting for the shell to load. Oh, and they just killed the 277. Our standard B got him, which means now there's only 2 enemies remaining. And one of those we have never seen, the AMX M451. Rather, we haven't seen either of them actually, but there's a tree down there. That would indicate that maybe that's the vicinity where the GWE was located. I think that's very likely actually. It's right at the edge of the map where that tree's gone down. I wouldn't be surprised to see a tracer coming out from that area. There's the AMX M451. He's just got stunned. Rounds out. Long flight time for the shell. Oh, it was a hit. 433. We don't know for certain if it was a direct hit, but we've just found the GWE was directly behind him. He was there. The tree that was knocked down, he did actually knock it down himself, and he was in the same vicinity. And well, Dr. Dip's moving as fast as he can, but it's all over. It was about to shoot, but no, the GWE got killed by the Strip 103B. Game over. And that's right at the 2-minute mark. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it's first class tanker for Dr. Dip in the M53, M55. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 16 in that one. And he got a Gore's medal because he did more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. His win rate, 5,337, which is superbly, well, it's not superbly high, it's very high. It's super Unicum standard, and that's what we like to see, because when Arty players get that sort of score, yep, they are in the ballpark. They are doing as much as the top players will do, and that's what I like to see every time if I can. Even if it's very good, I'm still happy. Let's have a look at the damage. He didn't do the highest. No, the Strip 103B was absolutely lethal. 5,965 hit points of damage that guy got. And he also picked up a high caliber and a top gun. The next highest scorer, it was in fact a 60 TP on the enemy team with 5,003 hit points. And then it was the Leopard prototype with 4,399. Dr. Dip got 4157, so he wasn't a slouch. He was only a short way behind the Leopard prototype in third place, so fourth place is not bad at all. When it came to kills, it was that Striv again, yes. 6 kills for him, 3 kills for the M103 and the 60 TP on the enemy team, 2 kills for Dr. Dip alongside the Object 261, who got some impossible shot kills on the enemy, because you remember he took out that Leopard prototype and also the Object 263 from virtually impossible angles. I just don't know how he managed to do that, but really good shots, very good shots indeed. When it came to base XP, it was Dr. Dip. He got 1,032 base out of that one, 1,012 to the Leopard prototype and 998 to the Striv. He fired 13 rounds, got 9 direct hits and 1 penetration, 12 splash, damage of 4,157 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Now, if you excuse me just for a sec, I want to know which one he actually penned. Was it that? No. 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 Oh, that's the one. He penned the GW Tiger. Yes, the round must have gone straight through the bottom of the Arty and, yeah, blew him to pieces. So I was just wondering, I was a bit curious of that. You don't normally see pen shots from high tier Arty, but when you do see them, they're normally quite spectacular. Well, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed and 312 hit points of damage assistance and 1,363 hit points of stun assist of 11 stuns. And just look at this. He earned 56,664 credits from the game, but he got 100,000 credits for completing a mission. So his total came to 156,664 credits for the game. And after ammunition, resupply and consumables, he walked away with 93,964 credits. Mind you, he did fire some premium rounds in that game, I'm afraid. Yes, he did. And if you take off the 100,000 credits, he would have made a loss. So, yeah, the reward for completing the mission actually saved his butt from making a loss in that game. But it's a very nice score anyway. 5 awards for the Gore's medal because it's at tier 10, 5 bonds, 1,548 XP from the game, times 2 for the first victory, took away 3,096 experience points altogether. So that's a particularly good battle in terms of credits earned, and not bad in terms of XP as well as the medal. And well, I'd be happy with a game like that because it proves I've done my job properly. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel please, and leave a comment down below the video. Thanks for watching.